What if the legends of sleeping heroes and figures preserved across millennia aren't merely myths, but echoes of a forgotten, sophisticated science? Could ancient civilizations have possessed the secret to suspended animation, a lost art of biological stasis that could redefine our understanding of ancient capabilities? Welcome to Echoes of Time, your portal to the forgotten pages of history, where we embark on a journey into the most perplexing historical accounts, attempting to unearth secrets that lie under the dust of centuries. We delve into the past to better understand the present, seeking stories that never made it into the history books. And today, we confront an enigma so profound it challenges the very fabric of our scientific assumptions about antiquity. The concept of pausing life, of entering a state akin to a deep slumber that transcends the passage of mere days or weeks but spans across entire epochs, has captivated humanity for ages. Imagine a world where individuals could deliberately slow their metabolic processes to an almost imperceptible crawl, surviving millennia only to reawaken in a vastly different future. Such a notion seems ripped from the pages of modern science fiction, a testament to futuristic technology yet to be fully realized. Yet, surprisingly, the whispers of such an ability reverberate through the most ancient narratives and the most sacred traditions of our past. From the mystical yogis of ancient India, whose practices were said to allow them to enter profound states of dormancy, states so deep they bordered on the cessation of life functions, to the medieval tales of revered saints found in states of suspended animation within their tombs, miraculously preserved across centuries, the idea of a deliberate, or even accidental, mastery over time's relentless march on the human body persists. These aren't isolated anecdotes, they are recurring themes, threads woven through the tapestry of human legend and spiritual lore, hinting at a knowledge far beyond what we typically attribute to our ancestors. This enduring fascination isn't merely confined to the realm of myth and spirituality. Early scientific inquiries, born from an insatiable human curiosity, often found themselves mirroring these ancient observations, albeit through a different lens. As nascent medicine began to probe the mysteries of the human body, and as scientists experimented with the effects of extreme cold on living organisms, they encountered phenomena that, surprisingly, echoed the very states described in ancient texts. The delicate balance between life and death, the threshold where biological activity slows to a near halt under certain conditions, began to emerge as a field of study. This suggests a fascinating and perhaps unexpected interplay between rudimentary scientific understanding, deep-seated spiritual rituals, and an intimate, empirically gained knowledge of environmental conditions. Were these ancient sages, in their profound meditative states or through their ritualistic practices, inadvertently tapping into fundamental biological principles that modern science would only begin to grasp millennia later? The question hangs heavy in the air, a challenge to our contemporary understanding of historical progression. To truly appreciate the depth of this enigma, we must look beyond mere tales and examine tangible evidence of extraordinary preservation from the ancient world. Consider the sophisticated techniques of Egyptian mummification, a practice so intricate and advanced it ensured the preservation of bodies, organs, and even individual cells for thousands of years. While initially understood as a ritualistic preparation for the afterlife, the sheer efficacy of these methods, the chemical expertise, and the understanding of desiccation and antimicrobial agents involved hint at a profound, practical knowledge of biological preservation. But the wonders don't stop there. Further afield, in the frozen expanses of Siberia, archaeologists have unearthed remarkably preserved ice burials, where individuals from ancient cultures lie entombed in permafrost, their bodies, clothing, and even tattoos astonishingly intact, some for over 2 millennia.
Here, nature itself acted as the ultimate preserver, locking these individuals in a state of stasis. These examples, both intentional and environmental, compel us to ask a crucial question. Was this merely chance, a fortunate convergence of cultural practice and natural phenomena? Or did certain ancient cultures, through observation, experimentation, and perhaps a lost intuitive genius, achieve a state of preservation that hints at a deeper understanding of life's delicate balance, a precursor to what we now imagine as suspended animation?
Were these early forms of biological stasis, perhaps not through advanced technology as we conceive it today, but through a mastery of natural elements and human physiology? The clues are scattered, tantalizing us with possibilities. From the shadowy evidence and intriguing folklore, several compelling hypotheses emerge, each offering a distinct lens through which to view this profound historical mystery. Each theory attempts to reconcile the seemingly impossible with what we understand about ancient capabilities, pushing the boundaries of our historical imagination. The first hypothesis suggests that certain ancient cultures, far from being primitive, actually developed rudimentary forms of cryopreservation or biostasis. This perspective postulates a sophisticated understanding, not necessarily of complex machinery, but of natural elements and organic chemistry. Imagine for a moment an ancient world where empirical observation, passed down through generations, allowed for the identification of specific herbs, compounds, or environmental conditions that could significantly slow metabolic processes within the human body. This might have involved the precise use of potent botanical knowledge, leveraging plants known for their sedative or temperature-regulating properties, perhaps combined with specific diets or preparatory rituals designed to lower core body temperature or metabolic rate. Furthermore, the deliberate selection of unique environmental conditions, deep caves with stable low temperatures, dry desert crypts, or even high-altitude chambers could have created the perfect milieu for sustained dormancy. This theory even dares to posit the possibility of a lost technological understanding, one that didn't rely on electricity or complex circuits as we know them, but perhaps on subtle energies, magnetic fields, or forgotten principles of material science that could induce a state of biological slowing. If true, this hypothesis would fundamentally alter our view of the past, redefining not just ancient medicine, but ancient science as a whole, revealing an ingenuity and capability that far surpasses our current historical narratives. It proposes that the legends are not just echoes of a scientific understanding, but direct accounts, albeit embellished, of a tangible, if now forgotten, biological mastery. However, a second, more skeptical perspective posits that many of these accounts, rather than literal truths, are dramatic exaggerations or simply profound misinterpretations of natural phenomena. The human body is capable of remarkable states that can mimic death or deep sleep. Consider extended comas brought on by illness, injury, or even certain plant-derived substances. These states, where vital signs might be extremely faint, could easily have been mistaken for a miraculous preservation or a supernatural slumber, especially in cultures without advanced medical diagnostic tools. Catalepsy, a condition characterized by a trance-like state and rigidity of the limbs, where the body can maintain a fixed posture for extended periods, could also have contributed to such legends. Imagine a cataleptic individual, unresponsive and stiff, being perceived as frozen in time or sleeping for an unnaturally long duration. Furthermore, the profound meditative states achieved by yogis and ascetics, while incredibly impactful on the mind and body, often involve extreme metabolic slowdowns, controlled breathing, and deep relaxation that can drastically lower heart rate and oxygen consumption. While astonishing, these are not, under this theory, literal cessation of life, but rather extraordinary manifestations of the body's latent capabilities within the realm of consciousness. These real, observable human conditions, when viewed through the lens of ancient spiritual belief and amplified by the oral traditions of storytelling, could easily have been embellished into legends of literal biological suspension, transforming remarkable physiological states into fantastical feats of time-defying sleep. A third and distinct theory suggests that the concept of cryosleep was not a literal biological suspension at all, but rather a purely ritualistic or symbolic representation. In many ancient cultures, death was not seen as an absolute end, but as a transition, a journey, or a metaphorical sleep before an awakening into a new era or a different plane of existence. The idea of entering a long sleep could symbolize rebirth, a spiritual cleansing, or a profound transformative journey that prepared an individual for a new life, either literally in a reincarnation cycle or metaphorically in their societal role. This sleep might represent a period of profound meditation, isolation, or initiation, from which one awakened spiritually renewed and enlightened. The elaborate burial rituals, the preservation techniques, and the tales of dormant figures could, under this interpretation, be deeply symbolic narratives designed to convey complex philosophical and religious ideas about mortality, immortality, and the cycle of life and death, rather than a literal suspension of biological processes. It's a metaphorical sleep before an awakening, a powerful cultural narrative explaining profound life transitions detached from any actual physiological stasis. As echoes of time sifts through the shadowy evidence, we find ourselves at the crossroads of empirical facts and intriguing folklore. We examine the remarkably preserved bodies from Siberian ice burials and the sophisticated mummification practices of Egypt, not just as archaeological wonders, but as potential clues to a deeper, lost understanding of biological preservation. We scrutinize the ancient texts and oral traditions that speak of yogis in deep dormancy and saints in suspended animation, weighing the possibility of factual roots against the power of human embellishment and symbolic meaning. The questions we ask are not merely academic. They strike at the very heart of our understanding of human potential and the trajectory of historical development. Did humanity once master the art of sleeping through time, an ability lost to the annals of history, perhaps deemed too dangerous, too sacred, or simply made obsolete by changing worldviews? Or are these merely the fantastical echoes of our ancestors grappling with the profound mysteries of life, death, and consciousness, projecting their deepest hopes and fears onto the canvas of legend? The answers, should we ever uncover them, could fundamentally alter our view of the past and force us to reconsider the astonishing ingenuity, knowledge, and perhaps even the forgotten capabilities of our ancestors. Join us as we continue to journey through the ages, where every discovery is an echo of humanity's great history, and where the line between myth and forgotten science remains tantalizingly blurred. Is it truly impossible that beneath the layers of time, our ancient predecessors held secrets to life itself that we are only now beginning to fathom?